Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another beer review, and yeah, it's Sunday and I still haven't done that epic one. So, guess what's coming? This I found in the local supermarket, and what's more, it was on offer. It is this one, the Brewdog Triple Hazy, New England IPA. I don't know if you can see down there. I thought it was 10%, but it's 9.5%. So not far off. And it says Vermont Vapor Trail. Um, I'm not sure 100% what that is. But around here, if we sort of look kind of on the side, which would be that side, Triple Hazy. It's a 440 can. Don't know if I can turn it. I don't really want to turn this sideways. But yes, it's a hazy. So guess what this has in it? It has got oats and yeast in addition to the barley, which is shamon, really cool. And the hops, I believe, in here are mosaic, but it wasn't on the can. I had to go onto the Brewdog website. It's been in the fridge for a few days, so it's proper chilled, and this can passes the squidgy test. Got a wee dent in it, but maybe that's why. Um, it was discounted, and I think this was originally 350. Yeah, I know, 350, but it is almost a 10% beer, and I think I got it for 220. I think something like that. So there was a substantial discount on this bad boy. 220 for a can of beer is quite expensive in my head, but a lot of things are weird in my head, as you guys well know. Right, let us get this bad boy into a glass. And someone actually commented, I like it when people comment. Why not leave a comment right now? In fact, write a comment right now while I'm pouring this beer. And while you're there, click like, click subscribe, join the Jonah Army. Wow, I can smell it from here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, helps me, helps the channel with the metrics from YouTube, um, which, as we know, well, you should know if you're watching YouTube and you're liking beer, really helps me out. So please, 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 click, do it now. In fact, let's see, if I do that, something like that, and maybe look at it funny. Maybe I can even upload that as my title page on the. Well, you'll know that already because yeah, you'll have seen that. So not much head, but the stronger alcohol beers don't tend to have as much head. I don't know if you've noticed that as well. Lovely white colour, but very, very fast disappearing head. And as they said, this is definitely a hazy. Interesting though that they're using mosaic hops. Ooh, lots of kind of grapefruit and pineapple. Everything that's on trend. And I don't know, Brewdog are a very polarizing brewery. Um, some people like them, some people absolutely hate them. I really don't like their politics. I do not like the way they do business. But even I have to agree, they do make some mighty nice beers. It's almost like that Weatherspoons question. Do you go to a Weatherspoons because you can get loads of cheap beers, meet up with your friends, have a chat at the beer festival time, have beers that you'll probably never see again for super cheap prices? I had 3 beers for £1.99. More than this, not even pint of beer. I got 3. Admittedly, they were serving glasses, but I had 3 different beers for under £2. That's all I'm saying. Right, I've smelled that long enough. Let's dive in. And yes, prepare for the worst because this is almost a 10% beer. This is a 9.5% beer, and I haven't had much food today, so get ready. Ooh, very odd. Wow, very odd initial taste in the mouth, which also followed through as I drank. It was like sour juice. It was like grapefruit juice, but not that bitter. Bit of sweetness in there too, which is nice considering this beer is quite a strong beer. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all. Um, Now I'm getting some nice hoppiness. I am getting some nice creaminess in there too. Um, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna put that on the side. Vermont Vapor Trail. Prepare to blast off. Shimon. Right, let's see if I get similar from my second sip, my second mouthful. Yeah, this is a weird beer. You can probably see already that we are getting some lovely tide lines, lacing lines, whatever you want to call them. I've coined the term tide lines because it reminds me of when I when I get out of the bath, I see these filthy lines around there. You know what I mean. You pretend you don't, but you do. Um, yeah, I have to say, I don't think I like this. I kind of wanted to like it, even though I don't really like Brewdog that much. But when it comes to beers, I'll give them a chance because usually they make some interesting beers. Let's say that. Some beers that you'll never try. Triple Hazy, just ridiculous. A lot of hops in there. Obviously, the alcohol's quite a lot. I am getting the alcohol vapor on my breath. I mean, I've not even done a. Okay, I guess I'm getting near the halfway in the glass. Um, but yeah, there's this odd. I don't know. You know, you can get candied pineapple. That's kind of it. I guess it looks a little bit like Turkish delight, but it isn't. It's pineapple. Imagine that, but if it was chunks of grapefruit instead, and you had this sweetness, but you had this kind of grapefruit sourness as well that's kind of fighting each other. A little bit like that. It's a weird taste, and to be honest, it doesn't taste full on like Mosaic. So their website would lead you to believe that it's only Mosaic in here, but they don't actually say that. And knowing Brewdog, like I have been keeping an eye on them over the last few years, I would not put it at all past them to lie a little bit. I think they've been caught out on that brew DIY book that um, some of the brews that they do are not what the recipe says. So all I'm saying is, Brewdog, you have been caught out. Let's dive in. We'll see what we get, really. Mm. Mm. Whoa. Yeah, it's weird. It's like I don't know, it's weird. It's imagine you had a sweet and sour, but they used grapefruit in it, kind of. Um, I know they usually use pine. It's this weird thing where I want to say pineapple, but it isn't. It's definitely grapefruit, but it's really prominent both in the mouth and then as you drink in the mouth feel too. Everything else is actually really nice. You've got the smoothness, you've got the silkiness, um, which are going to be from the wheat and the oats, which is always nice to see in a hazy, um, especially with this, considering it is blatantly trying to copy the Vermont style, which is fair enough. You're allowed to do that, but they haven't nailed it, in my opinion. And using mosaic, I think, was a bad idea. And there seems to be something else in there that's causing a lot of residual sweetness too. So it is a sweet and sour kind of thing. It might pair quite nicely with some food, perhaps. Um, don't buy this and think that it is somehow a triple in the style of a Belgian beer, because alas, it is not. This, I guess it's supposed to be a double IPA that's dialed up a little bit. So maybe someone would call it an Imperial IPA or an Imperial Hazy, I guess, because we're getting near that level of alcohol. Um, but I think they just messed it up with the hops. It's not. Hey, feel free to totally disagree with me, but I've got a feeling I now know why this is on special offer down at the Tesco's, because that's where I got it from. And it is purely because the actual taste is just funny. It's odd. It doesn't meld together in the way that something like, what's a classic? A Heady Topper. I've had one of those like years ago, but Heady Topper from Vermont, they were kind of the original, um, NEIPA, but it was pretty strong if I remember. I can't remember off the top of my head how alcoholic it was. And this is kind of like that malt wise, and color wise, it's not far off, but taste wise, using mosaic, nah, not a good idea. You never know with Brewdog, they might have freeze distilled it somehow. So look, we got a nice line where we started off. Second sip, third sip, fourth, fifth. And that beer is done. So like I said at the beginning of this video, or in the beginning section, in the introduction, click like and subscribe and you'll never miss one of Unclejona's legendary beer reviews. But yeah, if you can, click like, add a comment. It really helps out the channel. And no doubt we'll be back tomorrow with another beer review. Until then, if you want to give this a go, now is definitely the time, especially if your Tesco's is like mine and doing these at a discounted rate. But yeah, just don't expect too much from it. Cheers and beers, guys.